Shalom. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakar Kodash. We give double honors to our apostle elders, which are the apostle elders that rule the great millstone, and to your hopeful elect on the four corners of the planet Earth. Keep pushing, stay faithful, stay true. We're in a time of great things happening, man. All right, if you see the title of the video, it's called Florida Shooting and Ordo Ab Chaos. All right, because you can clearly see that there's an agenda at play here. All right, and the best thing they always use is the kids. They use the children to so-called push that agenda, because there's nothing so worse than somebody taking a child's life, a so-called child of the street. One second, Arkin. 1 second. Fed. Slovakia. So they use that to propel their so-called agenda into the world, man. So what I'm gonna do real quick, I'm gonna share the screen. I'm gonna jump right into it. Let's go. Hey, Shalom, Winnipeg Prophet, man. Shalom, Yabashim Al. Let me play this real quick. First, I'm gonna play the shooting, so we can get to see what happened. Of course, you all can know what happened, but let's play.
George, South Florida's never seen anything quite like this before. Marjorie Stone, two victims.
As soon as the fire drill got pulled, the fire line got pulled, and kids were evacuating, I heard 5 pops.
He was just very focused. He was very focused on what he was doing. And that's, yeah.
I was in the classroom, and all of I hear was shots. And I was just like, oh my gosh, what's happening? And we're just sitting on the floor, and we're just panicking.
SWAT teams swarming the perimeter, searching the school, then moving inside.
I have the gunshot victim. He's by the entrance on the west side of the school. Does he know where the shooter is? We don't know, but we're heading in the building.
Erica Duvall filming this video as she and classmates were rescued by a SWAT team.
And you can tell they've been doing a lot of these school shooting drills and so-called preparing the SWAT how to deal with active shooters in the schools. You know, but it's just funny because they always do training exercises before things actually take place. Let's keep playing.
Terrified children let out from their hiding places with hands in the air. Students in this classroom waiting in horror for help to arrive. Another SWAT team enters this auditorium.
All right, so we seen what happened, but this is the main thing I wanted to show, because they're pushing this agenda out heavy, man. Because I'm gonna play the video and you can see they have something called crisis actors. All right, not saying this. I mean, there's crisis actors involved, man. All right, they're the shooting. Let's say unless other information comes out otherwise, because you're gonna have some conspiracy guys on the internet that's gonna pick this thing apart. So we'll see. You know, time will tell. But this lady is something's a little off, man. I know she just so-called lost her child, but you all can watch and see.
How do we allow a gunman to come into our children's school? How do they get through security? What security is there? There's no metal detectors. The gunman, a crazy person, just walks right into the school, knocks down the window of my child's door, and starts shooting her, and killing her. President Trump, you say, what can you do? You can stop the guns from getting into these children's hands. Put metal detectors at every entrance to the school. What can you do? You can do a lot. This is not.
See that? You can do a lot. All right. They're gonna push. I bet you. Okay, I'm not saying it's gonna happen for sure, but watching the next days or coming weeks, he's gonna make an executive decision on these guns, man. because that's what they have to do. It says when they take the guns, just like what was his name, Mao Sing Tung or something like that, when he killed his population. But when they take the guns, then they can come, because there's no so-called stopping them. All right, we don't deal with guns and all that kind of madness. So they could try to say that, but we don't deal with it. We're just out here to give the news and to be prophets, okay, and to tell you these things, man. Our Rathas always be of that glorious number, okay, in that glorious position. But these things are taking place, and you got to watch them, man, because they're going to affect you down the long run.
They're our families, and our children go to school and have to get killed. I just
see that long awkward pause, man.
Last 2 hours putting the burial arrangements for my daughter's funeral. Who's 14? President Trump, please do something.
See that? See, they said it 3 times. Do something, do something, do something. All right? So there's going to be something come out of this, man. Me and a brother were talking. They might have another event, man, because the weekend's just getting started. Weekend's just getting started. So let's go to the next video and see this. Because they got Trump so-called addressing the people, right? So let's watch this.
Sheriff called today for tougher laws to keep guns out of the hands of people with mental health issues.
See?
Broward County Sheriff called today for tougher laws to keep guns out of the hands of people with mental health issues. The Broward County Sheriff called today for tougher laws to keep guns out of the hands of people with mental health issues, including forcing them to be examined by mental health professionals. President Trump did not mention gun laws when he addressed the nation today about the shooting.
Because it would be it's too soon. They know what they want out of it. Just because they're not saying it, they know what they want out of it, because that's what he just mentioned. Tougher gun control laws for people with mental health. Was that not what Obama was saying? Is that not what people have been echoing? How do you know what is going to be the criteria of if you have mental health? That's the question you should ask. How are they going to diagnose pre-mental health? That's saying a future crime that has not happened yet. But you're gonna say this person is mine. They're gonna go shoot somebody.
I want to speak now directly to America's children, especially those who feel lost, alone, confused, or even scared. I want you to know that you are never alone, and you never will be. You have people who care about you, who love you, and who will do anything at all to protect you.
Now, the interesting point I wanted to point out about this video is, let's look down here. All right. You have 15 likes and 103 dislikes. So people are seeing that, hold on, something ain't right here. Okay, you have more dislikes than likes, and this is the president addressing the people about a crisis, and the people are saying, look, let's read some of these comments. Using a tragedy to propaganda, nice one, CBS. Using a tragedy for propaganda, nice one, CBS. Let's see what else it said down here. Diesel patches, all fake. Wake up. Trump tweeted about immigrants that hit an NFL player, and that's not using tragedy for propaganda. Good. Don't need gun laws to cure this problem. So people can see that this thing is there's an agenda at play, because that agenda is ordo ab chaos. So now let's look up what that is. Hold on, let me. Hey, Shalom Makim. Hey, that was horrible acting. That wasn't even a horrible. So let's get the ordo ab chaos. It says ordo ab chaos is Latin for order out of chaos or order from disorder. This term was invented by Freemasons and is actually motto of the 33 degree Scottish Rite Freemasonry. The name Scottish or Scotland is derived from the Latin, from Greek, Scotia, from femin of scitio, dark, shadowy. That's the shadow government. You see, they work in darkness. That's why David said in Psalms, they mark my steps. It says from the shadow, it casts. From scitio, darkness. In ancient Egypt, there was a temple of Venus, Sotia, and it is said that the country of Scotland had derived its name from an Egyptian pharaoh queen named Skata or Skota. All right, that's how you know they get their power from ancient Egypt. All right, the ones that are running this society, they develop their power and their so-called magic from the ancient Egypt, the Egyptians. All right, the Hamites. All right, and they put in it, packaging up and put it in the modern day world. It says chaos. Ko is the society we see around us, and it is the builders who influence the leaders to manufacture these chaos so that they can conceal their creation in darkness while they work towards the light, ordo. Without chaos, there would never be order. Without darkness, there can be no light. And without light, there can be no darkness. It says, what is as above is so below of this secret brotherhood. The grand architect of chaos, hell, or illusion, become the master of ordo, heaven on earth. That's why it says they sit in the temple of the Lord, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. We can pull that, but I mean, you brothers know the scripture. It says the torch bearer who carried the light in the darkness will now be the light bearer who ushers in the new dawn of a new day. All right. So Abaratazal posts this article. There's a lot of good things in here, a lot of good information about the society, but it's right there showing you, man. This thing is it's looking staged, man. But we're gonna so-called attack this point from a point of view of it if it actually took place. All right, and there's no so-called hidden agenda, which we know it is, but we got scriptures for that too. All right, so let's jump right into it. This is the book of Job 4 and verse 7. This is Job 4 and 7, and it says, "Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off?" All right, so let's see what that word there means, as in perish. It's a bod, perish, vanish, go astray, be destroyed, perish, die, be exterminated. All right, so who has been dying, being innocent? All right, let's look what that word innocent, the meaning of this word in this verse. The word there is nakai, and it says clean, free from, exempt, clear, innocent, free from guilt, clean, innocent. How you get guilty, man? By breaking the law. So if these kids got judged like that, they had to do something to make the Most High mad, that forced them not to be free from guilt, free from punishment, free or exempt from obligation, innocent. So that's showing you right there, man, that hey, and some of those kids could have been on the comment board. They could have been scoffing. You know, we got there's about two camps down in Florida. You know, could have been scoffing. Who knows? Even if I seen they that plow iniquity, sow wickedness, reap the same. So these things is taking place, man, because we're in the time of judgment. Things ain't sweet. And these elites are using these situations. And the guy that did it, that dude's a tear, man. That's not no Issacharite. That's a tear. You can clearly see that's a tear. He making tear moves. he got a tear step. This is Job 36 and 6. It says, he preserveth not the life of the wicked, but giveth right to the poor. He withdraweth not his eyes from the righteous, but with kings are they on the throne. Yea, he doth establish them forever, and they are exalted. All right, so this showing you, man, look, the Most High is going to preserve the righteous. You ain't going to fall into no calamity like this. All right. This is Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no power with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. For I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever. And that's how you see, man, the Lord controls all these things. There's nothing that moves without the Most High touching it, man, having a say in it. That's what we put our faith in, man. And we trust in Yahweh Shem Shai will take care of us in these last days, man. And give us the faith to maintain and to stay strong and to see past these crisis acting madness, man. Because they even got job offers for crisis actors. So it's a real thing. And this is Job 5 and 18. For it says, for he maketh sore and bindeth up, he woundeth and his hands make whole. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. And that's going into the missiles, because we're gonna be out of here by that 7th trumpet, man. Because the elect should be out of here and on them ships in their chambers. That's why it says hide yourself in the chambers as it is for a moment to the indignation pass. This is Ezekiel or Psalms 37 and 25. I have been young and now am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed beg for bread. Let me start at 24. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholdeth him with his hand. I have been young and now am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed beg bread. Because the Most High is going to take care of them, man. Like I said, we don't know what they've done in this life or the past life. You know, but at the end of the day, this thing is smelling a little fishy. This is Amos 3 and 6. It says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? And that's going into what? You got the men out there raising their voice as a trumpet, because the Most High is setting up his prophets in the cities in the 4 corners of the planet Earth. It says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city and the Lord has not done it? Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto the servants, the prophets. All right. That's what you see now, man. The secrets, knowing about ordo ab chaos. If you didn't, just like Nate, I always got to bring this guy up because he's just wicked. He tells you don't go into these things, but how would you know about ordo ab chaos if you never learned about the so-called illuminated ones, the workers in darkness? You would know about that theory, and that's how they live. That's their code of ethics. That's how they move, man. Ordo ab chaos. They create the chaos, and then they bring in the order, which is going to be that gun control. All right. Let me get a couple more precepts. I'm gonna check the comment board, and we can close this thing all out, man. You know, nice try. Nice try. On to the next one. Isaiah 45 and 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. All right. And the Most High is the one that's setting this thing up to come down the pipe, man. However it's going to come down. You can't shake it, man. Let me check this real quick. Hey, yeah, Khan. Hey, GMS Maccabean Spirit. Shalom, Elder. That Chicago commander. I seen that, man. That's he got it. Hey, I seen that whole video. Things are happening, and then a brother pointed it out. It so-called happened on Ash Wednesday or something like that. Ash Thursday, whatever they're so-called talking about Ash something where they carried them crosses, man. You know, but either way, this thing is moving. We're at the door. You know, we're at the door of getting up out of here, man. Esau's trying to make his plans quicken. All right. I'm just reading the comment board, see if yeah, Khan, as soon as you heard, because Esau, it's like that scene in Waterboy, man. Once you have the playbook, you know what they're gonna do. They don't deviate off the playbook. Esau stays right on the playbook. You ever heard the saying, if it's not broke, don't break it? You know? Esau uses that, man. Once you got the playbook, he just goes, does this play, might switch it up, you know, do this a little different, but it's the same old plays, man. That's why you know Esau's out of there, man. Hey, the Most High is putting decay on his so-called regiment. Before it worked, you know, but now the Most High, what they're not counting on is the spirit that's moving, man, and people are awake. So, hey, Abaratazad, this was edifying. You brothers just keep watching. I'm sure there's gonna be more, how you say, information come out. We gonna see, man. We gonna see. So with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, Barak to Yahweh, Barak to Yahshai, Bashim Rakar Kodash. And shalom to you, hopefully, elect out there, man. Keep pushing, keep strong, keep faith. We're at the door, man. Shalom.